Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video and thanks for coming to my channel and checking this out. So you saw the title. The title is all about REI Reply workflows. Right? So I've been a customer with REI Reply for about 2.5 years. When I first saw the program, I was sold. Right? I just knew that this was something I wanted to take advantage of. And the reason for that is because it replaces a lot of different services that you might have right now, such as text services, web hostings, things like that. So, and the follow-up system is crazy. So I'm going to go into the workflows because a lot of times when I see the REI Reply reviews or tutorials or anything like that, they skip over the workflows. And this is the most powerful part to me. So I'm going to go over all of the options in the workflows. I honestly discovered some things here that I'm going to be adding into my workflows in the future, and just give you guys an overview of how that works, and then how my workflow is set up with one workflow containing other workflows in order to keep it all straight. So stay tuned, check it out. I'm going to switch over to my screen and watch this. All right, so guys, like I said, the automations are like, you wait till I show you. So I have a couple of automations already set up for different things, right? As you can see, I have one just titled automations. That's going to go for some of my behind the scenes things and all of this stuff. And you can make this your own, right? What makes sense to you. But let me just show you how this works, and then I'll go up to some of the ways that I use it, okay? So the workflows work like this. You go over here to, you have a couple options underneath here, but it's under automations. Under automations, that's where you're going to have your workflows, your campaigns, and your triggers, right? And I'll explain all of those as we go along, right? But the workflows is king right now. So when you want to create your folder, you just go here. So that's where I get these automations or buyers call attempts. Those are the folders. And then when I want to create a new workflow, I go here. Okay. So let me show you what this actually looks like, because REI Reply does offer some that are already set up for you. Okay. So those are here, and you could basically pick one of these, right, if you wanted to. What I most of the time will do is I'll start from scratch, because I want to control every piece and what goes on in the workflow. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine, okay, because they already have some pre-built, right, done for you kind of things here. So the first option is start from scratch. Oh, I'm sorry. The first option is actually pick a campaign. So you can pick any of the previous campaigns that you created. That will be here. Okay. Campaigns was the first follow-up that REI Reply had. And now workflows works in conjunction with the campaigns. Okay. So if you created a campaign in the past, great. Right? You like that campaign, don't worry about it, because you could just upload it here. And these are the pre-built ones that they already have. So if I created the workflow, this is what it looks like. Okay? So you see I just chose the 20-day campaign, and now it turns it into a workflow. So the text goes out. Hi, contact name, so you can personalize those and you don't seem like a bot. Loving the neighborhood. Are you or any of your neighbors looking to unload any properties? Right? You add in a wait period there of 3 days. Then on day number 3, you can send out another text. Hey, contact name, just making sure you got my text. did you come up with a number for, and then this will add their address there. It's at the top of my list. And you can see this goes on and on. So this happens automatically. Once you set it, you don't have to do anything more, right? And so that's just for the campaign. Or if you wanted to use a campaign that was already existing. You can use the recipe appointment confirmation. I could just show you what that looks like. They get a confirmation email. Your appointment has been confirmed. Right? Appointment start time, appointment time zone. If this does not work, please let us know, and they can reschedule and everything right here. Right? Then 24 hours before the appointment, you can send out a reminder email, another SMS, right? And then an hour before. So you can see once you set this appointment, now what happens is they immediately get a text saying thank you so much for confirming the appointment, and then they get a wait period, and then they get reminder emails, text, all of that stuff that happens automatically. You don't have to do that. Okay? I mean, just think about plugging your people into this system, right? Now, if we go to, well, that was the appointment confirmation, reminder, survey, and review request. Okay? Then they have a shorter one that's just the appointment confirmation and reminder, right? The auto missed call, text back. So person gives you a ring, you don't immediately answer. What happens is you can set up this workflow. You can see it says slight delay, so on SMS doesn't feel like a bot. You assign the user, put the contact tag on there, and then add them as a lead, and also do the push notification to the person that lead is assigned to. So these things happen all independently. You can add as many people as you like on your team, and it's not an extra cost. So moving on to the rest of the pre-built ones here. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's right. You got a Facebook Messenger. When an inbound Facebook message is waiting, reply and remove pending tag. Or we will prompt the lead to share phone number in 30. Wow. So this is one here. Assign the user. You get an internal notification, right? Inside the system, you get a notification. It says you have a pending Facebook message from the person's name. Please get back to them ASAP before lead gets cold, right? You got the pending tag, right? You wait 30 minutes, and is the reply still pending? This part here is what makes it more intuitive in the system when you set up these if or then filters in your workflows. Okay, so is the reply still pending? Yes. Send a Facebook message. Sorry, I got caught up. Can we right? If it's not pending, then you could do some other things there and add that on, right? Already set up for you. You just add your connected Facebook account, and then you have those things available once it's connected into the system. Okay? You have a birthday template. You punch in the person's birthday, and then on their birthday, automatically send out a message. So now it looks like you're thinking about them, right? And even if you're not thinking about them, or they know it's like an automated message, it still feels good when you get, that automated message on your birthday from your insurance, car insurance, or whoever else. It's just cool, right? You have the list reactivation, an incredible way to generate leads for any business with a list. Requires no ad spend and AI filter positive responses. So let's take a quick look at what that looks like, right? So for example, they use the free whitening offer, right? They wait 1 hour or until they reply. And then they go through the steps. Was the reply positive? Yes or no? Right? If it was no, no worries. Right? If it's a positive reply, great. Right? And we can add all of these things. So now when somebody responds to us in a positive or negative way, we can have those things already set up. Right? It's just one other click you don't have to make, one other follow-up that you don't have to personally do yourself. Okay? Let's see. Okay, we have the, what is this? List reactivation, appointment booking. We already did like an appointment booking. This is just another one. This is a Google My Business message to notify users and auto respond to Google Business messaging. Right. The no-show template. Right, when they don't show up. Right, reschedule, follow up, SMS. Right. So now if they miss that schedule, boom, these things can go out, and you don't have to manually do it yourself where you're tracking the calendars and see who actually showed up and then send them a message. This all happens for you, right? Let me show off a couple more and then I'll get to the way that I've been using it. Okay, so let me see. We got the Fast 5. The odds of closing a lead decreases dramatically after 5 minutes. This workflow delivers the ultimate first 5 minutes. So let's go ahead, click on that. Right? So you got to, in this example, create the opportunity. They send out an offer claim confirmation email. After that, they send out an offer claim text message. Right? They only gonna wait. Remember, this is the Fast 5. So after 5 minutes, it decreases, right? So did they reply to the SMS within 2 minutes? Right? If they did, was it positive? Yes. Then we're gonna send them the booking link. Right? If no, we just say, hey, look, this guy not interested. Right? And that's gonna put exactly what the message was. So if it wasn't positive and they said F you, right, it's going to say Mr. Brown, you know. Right. Did they reply to the SMS? If they didn't reply, right, we're going to go ahead and connect the call. Right? Give it 2 minutes. Right? And we're going to connect the call automatically. You don't have to do anything. After 2 minutes, boom, we're going to connect that call. We're going to leave them a voice message. And this is the voice message right here. So this is a sample. This is a sample sound here that they include. But here you can upload your own voice messages. So you can have one specific for vacant homes. You can have one specific for expired listings. All of those things, and you can upload them and have them already ready to go. Wait 1 day, and then I can't quite see. Oh, and then it ends. Okay. So that's the Fast 5. Actually, that 2-minute notification and then call connect, that's pretty powerful. I think I'm going to update a couple of my things here. And then they have the webinar registration reminder, and then also the send review request. Sorry, I'm trying to kind of peek at it a little bit. Let me see. Oh, let me go here. Okay, sorry about that. There we go. Send review request. So this is to make sure that you're following up with all the people you've done business with. Okay, so once you finish doing, as soon as you finish doing business with them, that's when everybody is happy. Everybody got paid. Problem is solved. That's the perfect opportunity to ask for a review. And when it's already set up, apartment marked as showed, these are the triggers here. So if the apartment was marked, the appointment was marked as showed, right? This tag was added, and you could choose which tag, right? Or the opportunity was marked as won, right? So as soon as you won this opportunity, then out goes the SMS, right? Request for review. Awesome. So those are the pre-built ones, but like I said, I like to use the start from scratch function. And the reason why is because I like to go through and make sure I'm kind of visualizing. I put everything onto a flow chart first, just to make sure like I'm not losing anything, just by like writing it down. So I kind of go through the processes, and then I like to put that into the workflow. So I'm going to show you how I use my workflows, right? So I have the effective flow, and to which it's a couple of different workflows all put together under one workflow, if that makes sense. So it's almost like the nesting dolls, right? It's something else, and it's something else inside of something else, right? It's a lot of layers to it. But for my flow, right, what I have is what I like to do is I'll assign it to someone. I'll have a manual call, and then a test for call attempts, right? So what's going to happen is when the call happens, we want to find out if it's the first call, the second call, third call, whatever, and tag that phone number with that cold call attempt. And then now everybody's on the same page. So when you do access a record, now you can see how many actual calls were made. And it doesn't matter who made the calls, all of it will count, right? Then we're going to wait 3 seconds, right? Because I want that text to go out pretty fast. Actually, let's see. Yep, it's still for 3 seconds. So I have it wait 3 seconds and then ask, is this number textable? If the number is textable, I'm going to change my custom field to be a mobile field. Okay, so it's going to label it as a mobile phone number. If it's not textable, we're going to label it as a landline. Okay. Go through, we're going to do the text campaign checker, which means, so the way that I have it set up is it's going to check for the first text or the second text or the third text. And depending on which text has already gone out, it'll send out the right ones. So for example, if this is the first time you're texting the person, that's going to go out with text number 1. If this is the second time, you don't want to look goofy and send out that first text again, right? And look like a total weirdo, right? So you have a second text set up. Hey, just following up with you about, or I texted you a couple of days ago about X, okay? And then you keep down the line for the different texts, right, that come out. And then I do a phone check workflow. So I want to determine what happened with the phone number after we called it, after we left the message, and after we sent the text. So was it a do not call? Was it a wrong number? Was it a lead? All of those things will be checked by my phone check workflow. And if you guys have any questions on this, please leave a comment or anything else, because yeah, as you can see, I do this quite a lot. And then because I am working with this system and with REI Sift, I put it through the Sensei flow. So this entire thing is the Sensei flow, and when it comes out at the end, I'm going to know whether I've done that Sensei flow once, twice, 3 times, because once it goes through this workflow here, it's going to let me know when it comes out on the end. And then I have it wait 24 hours, and then it's ready to go into the next one. The reason why I have that is because I want to create a little bit of space in between when I'm reaching them. If I didn't have this wait feature here, it will go to the end and it will be ready for the next workflow, which if you're working on a couple of different lists, it could get confusing if this wait isn't there. Okay, so that's how I'm using my workflows right now. And like I said, that's one workflow inside of another workflow inside of another workflow. But at the end of it all, now I have more insight. I have more labels. I have more tags. And I know exactly which phone numbers are ready to go forward. Because when you use this, right, let's go over here, let's go to cold call, and I'm going to use my, let me see here, hold on 1 second. Nope, hold on. Phone status, right? Or let's say ready for Sensei. Okay, so you can see now it starts to branch off where you can do a lot of different things all inside the system, where now you're not missing anything. You're not relying on the human error aspect of it, right? Everything is already set up, flowing nice, and you're not losing any insight. So with this, I also do a couple of, I also skip trace one time, and then if it doesn't have a number, I skip trace the second time. I actually have a video, I don't know where I would add it, but it's a previous video on skip tracing services, which ones are free, which ones are best, things like that. Go watch that video if you need help with that, and leave a comment, because I do a lot of stuff with REI Reply. It's tough to navigate sometimes. There's a lot that you can do with the system. And so when you can do a lot of things, or you have a lot of options, it makes it even more confusing. So I will do a one-on-one with people and do a half an hour to go over their system if that's something that they need as far as the workflow or campaigns or triggers. Let me know, but thank you guys so much. I hope that you saw value in the breakdown of the workflows. On another, I'll do campaigns, triggers, things like that. If you guys like it, let me know. If you don't, or you have some questions about it, leave it in the comments too, and we could go from there. But thank you guys for checking out my system here. I hope that helped. Hey, like and subscribe too. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to do these. I'm very techy, so let me know. All right.